Hey guys, gonna do a tank update on this 90p. It's getting torn down in September when I move, and I'm gonna tear it down for a while temporarily and just store all the plants in my 38 gallon. I'm gonna empty that one out, and I'm just gonna show the tank and some of the growth. If you guys remember these flamingos, I ripped them all out and there was not much left but some babies, and they've grown back. My rotalas in the back, they're doing good. I got some maca reds on the left. They're kind of like walichis, and for the most part they're doing good. You can see a couple with brown tops, but the rest are doing really well. And the rotala mexicana araguaya, they're doing really good. So finally having some success with that plant. And you can see the Ludwigia grandulosas in the back. They're doing really good. They've grown big. They do lose the bottom leaves. The bottom leaves shed off of them, and then they get clogged onto the filter, like the one up there. You can see. But they're doing good, and the growth is pretty nice on them. The bues, my bues don't have mega coloring. They're mostly green. When I used to run a lot harder, heavier light, and I had aqua soil, so I dosed really lean, I used to get my bues like real red and pink and orange, but for the most part they're more greenish with dark veins. And I stopped dosing lean because with aqua soil nutrients get into the water more, but I have sand cap, so the nutrients from root tabs and stuff don't really get out into the water so much. So dosing too lean, you get little pinholes in your leaves like this from lack of potassium. But the bues are doing good. They're flowering. You can see a little flower right there, and you can see a flower here on the sangua. And back here, these little bues, they always have good color. And I know it doesn't look like good color in here, but that's because the lighting doesn't do so well with the camera. But, and remember, I have two lights. I have the a pink and the orange on the back, and then I have a purple and a pink in the front. Purple and the pink shows the colors a little better, more like what they really look like in real life, except it overdoes it on the pinks on camera. So probably need to use pro mode on here to get the true colors. The color rendition on this camera isn't really fantastic for a tank. It makes things look a bit artificial. But this is about how the growth is going in here. A lot of the bulbitis is filled in, and bulbitis is a plant that's easy to give up on. But after forever and ages, it really starts growing and gets really big, like that big green leaf over there. See the bulbitis out here, and I just plugged a few pieces of my peacock moss back there and Christmas moss, and it's growing out pretty nicely. This big gorgeous crypt right here is a cryptocorn. I thought it was a hendrickie, but after a while it turned out it's a striolata tiger. These are cryptonuries right here. Flamingos, of course, back here. This is a cryptonuri rosen maiden, and the camera does not do it justice. This crypt back here, which is harder to see, is a albida costada. If I can cover the light. Real pretty plant, kind of a root beer pinkish color. And that's about it. I only see this tank about every 3 or 4 days, and then I do a 50% or more water change on it, and then after that I dose it. I was dosing lighter, but like I said, I was having a little bit of trouble with pinholes in a few leaves, so I started dosing a little more heavy in here. And there's something white on this leaf. I don't know what that is. But everything looks pretty good in here. See the little Amano in here. This is supposed to be like super badass camera, but my old camera filmed aquariums a lot better. And I gotta feed these guys because they only get fed every 3 or 4 days when I show up too. So just take a step back. It looks really good from the side. Like I said, the colors and stuff don't really look like this. The water is not cloudy. It just looks like it on camera. But that's it. That's this tank update. It's about what it looks like. Just the color looks really off on camera, like really bad. But I'll figure it out on pro mode, how to make it look better in the future. And this tank will be completely dismantled in September. Tear all of it down, and there's no way to like drain it and move it or anything. I just have to completely take it all down. And then I'll try to do something different with it, because this rescape was part from the last rescape. I just pulled out some pieces of wood and shoveled a few rocks in the back and then replanted the back. And next time it will be like completely redone. So maybe I'll try to like get away from the V shape. I meant to do a, you know, the whole like mountain scene that goes all up like mountains everywhere. I meant to do that, but I didn't have quite enough rocks and wood last time. And it ended up being another V-shape. But, you know, we'll see how this goes. I do have some nice plants in here. Some of them were a little bit expensive. And I hope I don't lose any plants in the move. But it's kind of like those flamingos right there. Those guys have lived through a lot. They've been through some mini-scapes. And they always come back pretty strong, so we'll see how it all goes. That's the update for now.